Welcome to episode 2. You find yourselves in the forest where we left off.
Okay.
Neat.
I believe one player was jumping all nimbly bimbly from tree to tree. The rest of you guys are walking.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I refuse to acknowledge that statement.
Bimbly, bimbly. Was he saying meow too?
No, more so like hissing from the trees to get a reaction,
No,
but you guys are annoying.
Nimbly bimbly is a reference to Super Troopers.
Sorry,
Yep.
I'm uncultured.
Oh, that's fine. You're not cultured if you watch Super Troopers.
Yeah, it's just a bit before your time. That's all.
A lot of things are.
And it's rated. Yeah, I think it's pretty sure it's rated R, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. Came
Which
out right
means
about
that-
when you were born. Or maybe a bit
Yeah.
before.
Anyways, off topic. Enough
Sorry.
tomfoolery. We got work to do. Another twist.
Who is Tom, and why is he a fool?
Anyway, yes, you guys are out in the woods.
Okay.
Well, you see there's this guy, Jerry, and he's not very nice to him.
Jerry.
Anyway.
Jerry.
Yes, he's a small
Ain't gonna
sociopath.
get anywhere with this bonehead. You're the biggest bonehead here.
My head has no bones.
Please tell me we can throw this tiefling out somewhere.
All right, guys, let's just calm down, and we have a mission to get through. So we're in the forest. Where were we heading? I refresh my memory real quick.
Well, you weren't really heading anywhere. Your ranger had said, "Oh, we're going to go this way," and you have some information that you got from the librarian, but you don't really have a destination yet.
Okay.
I can get us out of this here woods.
All right. Well, lead away.
Alrighty. We'll be
Okay.
aiming for.
So which way are we going then?
I say we should probably go north.
Okay.
All right. So we head north. Start heading north.
Don't you feel like it's like walking uphill?
Both ways.
Walking uphill never hurt nobody.
I just always like going south because it feels like going downhill.
Oh.
I'm not sure that's how nature works, but if you can prove it, please let me know.
Oh no, it's just something an old ant told me.
An ant? Oh. Are you suggesting we walk down or we walk south then?
No, not at all. I just was
Oh.
making a random Tolkien reference.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So, apparently, our ranger, who is in fantastic shape, is having us walk north. Uphill.
Okay. Well, it
Isn't
may be
this
downhill.
ranger
but-
jumping from tree to tree, like, severely injured?
Oh yes, there was some damage. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
feel
did.
like you got like 3 hit points or something.
Yeah, he had 3.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt. In fact, if you're that injured, make an acrobatics check.
Okay. 10.
You're having a lot of trouble. I'll say you're just barely hanging on. You can keep jumping, but it is not healthy for you. It hurts every time.
Cast don't care. Pain is fun.
Okay.
What incarnation kind of ideals is that? It's not boring.
But noted character development, masochist.
No. Say he's more of a sadist. He's both. No.
A sadist is feeling pain from others.
He just likes changes of pace. He doesn't like things to stay one note for too long.
Which I think is also something that Castros enjoys.
Only if they're human. or humanoid.
I really should have stayed on my post.
All right. So anyway, so we're walking north. I would say is Castros falling further and further behind because
Yes.
the pain from jumping from limb to limb is kind of getting to him.
Yes, definitely. In fact, I'll say, oh, it's a good, let's say 10 feet for every action, whatever that would be. So you're moving, say, 30 feet per 6 seconds, and Castros is only moving 20. So there's a pretty good, gap being generated.
And if we're lucky, we can lose them.
Sucks to suck. I've already got your sense.
Oh, God.
Okay. So anyway, so we're walking along. What about what time of day is it?
Oh, let's see. Let's call it early afternoon.
Okay. So let's continue on. What time of year is this? Are we in the summer, fall, spring?
Let's say late spring. Sounds about right.
Okay.
And as you're tromping along there, all of a sudden you hear a little bit of a crack, just enough to trigger your passive perception and stop suddenly.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do we need to roll for perception, or are we just gonna stop and listen?
Well, that's up to you. I'm going to let you react and respond how you want, but right now you heard a small crack, like something walking through the woods, and you don't see anything else. It was enough to trigger you, but that's it.
I'll look around for this critter.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop and hold up my hand for silence, and then I guess we can all roll for perception.
Ray got a 7.
Well, let's see. Where's my perception? Ooh, I got a 17.
Nice.
Alpha gets a nat 1. He has no idea what's going on. Overwhelmed by the chaotic nature of, well, nature, Alpha's vision receptors shut down temporarily.
Oh, actually, maybe. Okay, no. Well,
It was written. Castros gets a 14.
Oh, not bad. With a 14, you don't really notice anything. It's like on the edge of your perception, but Dane totally is like, that way. It's right over there through the bushes. Nobody move.
okay. So we are.
Alpha stops dead in his tracks and makes absolutely no movements.
And as you're looking deeply, okay, yeah, you're silent, but Dane, you lock eyes with what made the sound. It is humanoid and a little bit taller
Okay.
than you.
What does it look like other than being humanoid?
Roll. Let's see, maybe. Actually, how much time would you have spent like in nature? Probably not much. Like your backstory
No,
wise.
probably most of my time was spent. Well, it wasn't spent in a forest. It was spent on the plains. I was, herding pigs and sheep, pigs and goats.
Okay. Well then, what you would recognize is something that looks like a coyote face, a dog that would have attacked your sheep, but humanoid.
Since Dane has pointed it out, can Castros make a nature check?
Sure. Now that it's pointed out, and if you're looking,
Yeah, it's a 17.
you recognize it. Your eyes get big, and as you go to say something, there's a sudden, yeah, sudden whoosh right by your head as a spear flies by, and you say, "Get down! It's a knoll."
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
Get down.
Perfect. How far away is this knoll from me?
Let's see. It through that, so let's say it's about 40 feet.
Okay, it's quite a ways away. Um.
And there's brush, so there'd be kind of difficult terrain in between.
Okay. Interesting. So I think gnolls are generally pack hunters, so
Yeah.
you gotta be aware or looking for more than just one. Okay. Well, I guess start working my way towards this knoll, but trying to use the trees and stuff for cover so that I'm not exposing myself to any more thrown javelins, at least from that particular one.
Okay. Let's see. So that happened. Yeah, we'll go just through the order as it is. So you go first. You go move, say, what's your movement? 30 feet?
25.
25. So you move, stay 25 feet, and use your action to hide behind a tree. So you're under 100% cover. You're protected. And then, who was going next? Ray, was it?
Also, just get the Dickens out of here. I'm not in the mood to be fighting any pack creatures. So I want to go up into the trees and hide out there.
Okay, you climb, and you get a bonus on climbing, right?
Well, Castros does because of Jeremy.
Oh, Castros does, but not Ray. So Ray's the one that's running up a tree. So half movement, you can go basically 16 feet, 17 feet up a tree. Still not bad. Give me, since that's your action though, too, want to make sure you do it well. How about a acrobatics check?
10.
Yeah, you're not graceful, but you definitely shimmy up there.
Castros is gonna quickly try and find a point on the tree that's like on he's gonna try to get up to a higher vantage point, but also like be slightly hidden by leaves. Because while he does want to fight these guys, he has 3 hit points, and he does not like being knocked out if he can avoid it. So he'll kind of hide behind the leaves, but like make sure he can still see them.
Especially since you're up a tree.
What about
Just to, so that way it's mixed in, so not everyone is just reacting at the same. Doesn't do anything actually. He pulls out his butt. Either Alpha or Castros can go.
Well, he's sharp as a mashed potato.
I don't know if.
Sir,
I was thinking more like if you were trying to sneak in that one, it would have been more of a trip and
No, instead, he just completely bails and goes back to the only thing he knows how to do.
just stands up straight
Yeah.
and waves at them to get attention.
The
opposite
that's a
of a
good
sneak.
polar opposite of a sneak. Like, oh, I did that wrong. That's right. I was supposed to hide, not wave. Whoops.
Insufferable wolf with legs. Just oh,
Okay.
silly me! I was supposed to crouch, not jump up and down shouting like a lunatic.
Well, he was born recently, not yesterday, but
Not
recently.
mine.
He's young.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
Hilarious. Okay. So, is it Dane's turn now then?
actually, it's Castros hasn't done anything yet.
well, I climbed up higher into the tree and hid.
I thought Ray climbed up the tree.
They both climbed up.
Oh, they both did. Oh, so they're both up the tree hiding.
They're both,
All right. Well, then, yeah, Dane, you're on your own down there, standing. Well, you're not really on your own. You're around a tree, and the only other person on the ground is Alpha, who's waving.
yeah. So I'm gonna, I guess, continue to work my way to this one knoll that I've seen, and so he's about 20 feet away. No, 15 feet away. So
Yeah, about 15 feet.
So I'm gonna rush him real quick and take a swing.
All right.
All right. And
Oh God.
So that is a 7.
Not a nat 1 that I expected.
No, it was 2.
2? Oh my god. All right. Well, yeah, you definitely ran up and in the heat of the moment took a swing, which he deftly just stepped aside and let you swing.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't a
Okay.
bad thing. It could have been worse.
It could have been way worse.
At times like these, Castros wished he had a bow.
It's at times like these Ray wishes she stayed home.
Well, Ray, it is your turn.
Alrighty, since we've got 2 fails. Staying in the tree, I'm gonna try to hit the thing with my longbow.
Okay.
That's a 9 to hit.
Well, it does not hit. It glanced off the creature's armor. Like you shot a little high and it just kind of bounced.
Well, and we're in heavy brush too, so it might have hit a branch.
Oh yeah, definitely. Deflection happens all the time. I mean, seriously, it does.
Castros just kind of like sees Ray's failed attempt and just like laughs out loud. And then is it his turn now, right?
It is, yes. You caught his attention. He sees you up there in the tree canopy, mostly because of your laughing, and takes a shot. It is. Make sure I get the right thing. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Hits. Okay.
Like,
it is.
cover.
D. That is 6 piercing damage.
Well, guess what? Castros faints and falls out of that tree.
Oh God.
She only Castros only had 3 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the laughing. Don't laugh. Oh God.
This group is as talented as a yodeler and a yodeler.
Ooh, cast
upper contest.
I thought it was gonna be Castros' turn. I was gonna have him cast Entangle right after laughing,
Well, and
but that didn't happen apparently.
thankfully you at least landed in some soft dirt and leaves and only took 1 additional damage when you fell, when you hit the ground.
Guess what? He's still halfway to death with that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I had to roll a 1d10 and thankfully it was a 1.
Thank God. You must understand, he's a bard druid. Sorry, not bard. Not this time. He's a druid tiefling. He has a maximum of 8 hit points.
Oh, I understand. Oh God. All right. Well, Alpha.
I was gonna cast Entangle. It was gonna be cool.
Alpha just starts trying to get in range. I mean, how close is he to Alpha? I only have a 30 move.
Well, you could dash to get all the way to him and put yourself like right up next to him. You just can't attack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess get as close as possible and try to assume a defensive position.
That would work. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, and he says, "My good sir, is this the way of gone to you?"
Okay. Still go up and start preaching. He's just got this. 'Cause I still imagine like the top of this knoll's head is maybe your shoulders. So you're just this imposing figure looking down on him. Is this the way of Gond? I just imagine that being a little panic-inducing.
Especially like ultra fast dash and move.
Exactly.
So
All right,
hopefully
Dane.
The knoll is distracted. I'm going to swing again. And that's a little bit better. So that is a 16 to hit. All right. So.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Fine. One. Oh, that's not it. Looking for my 1d8. Okay. All right. So. Ooh, that's not too bad. So 6 plus 3 is 9 slashing damage. Slashing down.
Oh, that's a good hit. Yeah, he took a solid stab from that, and he's yep.
Fantastic. All right, cool.
All
I'm
right,
guessing it's Ray's turn
it
now.
is. Ray, you're up in the tree. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try shooting it again. Hopefully I don't fail. Again.
Yeah, there are several targets tight in there. You better be a good shot.
That's a 19 to hit. Let's go.
Oh, you nailed it. You're like, oh, right in my sights. Dong.
Got you in my sights.
That's an 8 to hit. That's 8 damage.
And you sink your arrow right between its eyes and take it down.
Nice. Fantastic. All right. How does Alpha react to all of a sudden this Knoll falling dead at his feet?
Oh, he crouches down and says, "How unfortunate. He was not very chatty, was he?"
No, he ain't.
All right. So Dane, I'm going to kind of cast around real quick and roll for perception and see if there are any other gnolls in the area. See if I hear anything else.
Okay.
So that is a 6.
Nope. There is nothing else around. You're like, we're good.
Another nat 2. We ain't really living up to our namesake, are we?
Ooh, pretty darn close.
Castros is just passed out underneath the tree.
Yeah, you're within the
somewhere.
margin of error. It's
Yeah.
acceptable.
Alrighty. Ray don't trust the dwarf's perception check, so she's gonna try herself to see if anything else is around for moving.
Yeah, you're also in the tree and can see a lot further, so you get advantage.
You're also up in the trees.
Sweet. With advantage, that is a 20.
Oh, dang. You can tell there is any other hunting party around is far away and probably moving in the opposite direction. There is nothing of risk anywhere nearby. You guys are totally safe at the moment.
Let's move, people. Grab the tiefling and let's get out of here.
Now I don't really feel like carrying the tiefling. Should we set up camp? Probably use a long rest. Try and heal the tiefling.
Might be a good idea.
I'm not too keen on staying put here for the night, but if you want to, I guess I can forward for some food.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Probably set up camp.
Okay. So
Who's gonna?
that's totally fine, but does someone want to do something to help stabilize your friend, or should we just start rolling death saves?
Well, let's see. Do I have?
In fact, there should be.
I have.
Okay, well, there should be actually first, because to end that combat round out before everything else goes along. Castros, go ahead and roll 1d20 and tell me what you get.
Alright, please.
Just don't roll.
Already, like, oh, 5.
Oh, that's not a good one, but hey, it's not better than a nat 1. So you're still not dead. So all right, now you can do your medicine check, Ray.
Like, it's episode 2. I can't die already.
You
14.
technically could. That is successful. You are able to perform some first aid, staunch the bleeding, and basically stabilize the patient who is currently unconscious at 0 hit points.
Well done.
This
Ray.
is the second time in 12 hours I've had to do this.
Well, we might.
I would have done something cool, but I expected my turn to be there.
Cool your jets.
So I was getting cocky.
Anywho, you two watch the tiefling to set up camp. I'm gonna go forage for food. Because us rangers are great at that.
Okay. I guess roll to forage.
While you're all doing that, Alpha just rips the arrow out of the head of the knoll to inspect it and start walking over towards the fallen body like, interesting construction. Decent enough stability.
Pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's gross. Roll for foraging. I want to know how you do.
16.
Oh, very well. Yeah, you bring back some really nice berries, maybe some leaves that you find particularly medicinal.
Well, also in the ranger handbook it says that we are always good at foraging and will never starve in a forest
Nice.
or whatever.
Well, you also are supplying for others.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, set up camp. Castros is
Still unconscious.
slowly recovering.
We'll let him sleep.
We'll make some broth for him.
Let's see. What's your hit die? Well, your hit dice is
1d8.
1d8. Go ahead and roll a 1d8.
5.
Okay, yeah, that's what you'll gain back between the medicine provided by the ranger and you're resting here in camp. You get back
Guess what?
to that.
That gives me more hit points than I started this session with.
That's pretty good. Well, everyone else.
During the foraging, Alpha also uses the arrow he ripped out to make a splint for all the broken pieces of this ranger and tie them together to help with recovery.
Nice.
You mean the druid, right? The ranger responded.
The druid. Yeah,
Druid.
it's the
Oh,
tiefling
yeah, the
druid.
druid.
All right, cool. So we're heading north. Okay. So next day, I'm thinking that, and I'll tell Ray, I think we should head towards the nearest town because it seems to me like we're not quite outfitted enough for a long adventure. I think we need some healing potions, and since we don't have a healer with us as of yet, so I think we should go somewhere and we can pick up some extra medical equipment.
Well, Castros has good medicine, he just doesn't have any potions made.
Huh?
You probably should do that.
We probably should do that. Might not be a bad idea.
And he has a healing spell, but
But he can't cast it on himself when he's unconscious.
yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, Ray, lead off.
Alrighty, I can try to find us to the nearest town.
Don teaches us that preparedness is the key to proper successful development.
Wants to actually agree with you for something.
I feel like if anything, you should agree with the AI, the construct.
Still, he's alive. He's not an artificial intelligence. He's just young.
I prefer doing things the more traditional way.
He's like Johnny Five. Johnny Five is alive.
Right?
Yeah. Just because he was created by, non-breeding methods doesn't mean that he's not alive in his own sense.
Sorry, my bad. I've lived in the forest for pretty much my whole life.
They don't have TV. They just watch animals breed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our form of
You know,
entertainment.
you
And then we bet on how the baby's gonna turn out.
probably couldn't have lived in the forest for most of your life. You probably started out in the infernal realms, I would assume.
No, he started out in the city.
Oh, that's right.
He's never known the infernal realm.
Anyway, can I try to lead these guys to the nearest town?
How curious.
Okay, well, roll for pathfinding.
So why would you choose to pursue this breeding sense if you're uncertain of the outcome of the offspring?
There is no other way for our kind, Alpha.
Castros is just gonna smile at this comment and then proceed to tell Alpha all about the miracle of animal birth.
Oh, how fascinating.
Wait a
This is
second, wait a
very
second.
curious
If you're
indeed.
gonna do that, please roll a history check. Let me know.
He just starts making stuff up.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know how good
It's
you
probably
do.
Fine.
Should roll that against Alpha's base
Well, we'll
wisdom.
see first.
He's pre-programmed with stuff.
I know, but I really want to know how good
She
that
rolled a
roll is.
17.
He rolled 17.
Okay, so she gives you a great description, and you totally believe it. I mean, come on, a 17.
Not as fun.
Yeah.
I feel like
Very
it would be
curious
funnier though
indeed.
if Castros kind of
That one.
no, if he inflated things a bit just to kind of screw with Alpha. Considering he's probably taking this as a learning experience, right? And he's probably gonna remember this for later. So I feel like Castros is gonna mostly be truthful, but feed him false information.
Realize that you're still only about half healed, so you're probably in a lot of pain. You might not be feeling really.
Castros is always feeling up to trick somebody. So yeah, he's totally gonna lay some mistruths in there and be okay, but in a raw pregnancy, sometimes the baby can explode. He's gonna tell him something like that.
All right. Then roll your persuasion versus his wisdom save.
Yeah, he definitely
got
succeeded
10.
then. He got 14.
Oh yes.
This sounds like a particularly ghastly development. Like, it only begs the question further. Why would you choose this breeding method over a more reliable construction method?
Well-
Is it not better to not have exploding babies?
You must understand that there's a euphoric thing that happens when people give birth, and so like they don't remember exactly what happens afterwards. So it's like they think it's all well and good, right? Like there's actually like a trance thing that happens. Everybody who's delivering a baby just completely forgets about the exploding thing until it's too late.
So, what you are saying is, babies exploding brings euphoria.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And successful babies also, so even successful babies are very painful to deliver, right? But because of this kind of chemical thing that happens, then everybody forgets how horrible it was, and they're like, you know what, let's do it again. And then their next baby almost has like a 50% chance of exploding.
All right, hold on a second.
All right.
My creation was not painful.
I'm gonna roll.
My progenitors benefited greatly from my creation. Why do those seek pain? I am familiar with pain and can feel pain, but I do not understand why you would actively seek this.
I just rolled my persuasion. I heard Casteros telling Alpha all of this bunk, and so I rolled a 17. And
Mhm.
I'm like, half of what he's told you is not true. Babies don't explode.
Okay, let me just double check. No, Alpha got a 10 again, so he absolutely believes you as well.
Crying out loud. We gotta move on. We're moving slower than molasses on an uphill during a sunny day.
No, but now what you guys have inadvertently done is create a quandary within Alpha's brain. Now he's curious and must test this theory. Do babies actually explode?
So Cassoros wins in the end.
Until he murders a baby.
What, Cassoros murders a baby or Alpha murders a baby?
Until Alpha murders a baby.
Eh.
Trying to maybe shake him up and just see if he blows up or something, or throws him off a cliff, or...
I mean, if we're talking like humanoid babies, Cassoros doesn't care.
Anywho, can Ray use her abilities to get us to the nearest town?
Definitely. Do you want to roll a pathfind?
Yes. Do I add any modifiers to that?
How about proficiency? You are a ranger. I mean, you should be able to pathfind really well.
That's a 6.
Oh yeah, no, you get totally lost. You end up doing a full circle on accident and end up like right back where you started. But you're sure this is the right way.
Feeling great tonight.
But it says that if a ranger is in their field of specialty, we're in a forest, my field of specialty is in a forest. It says that after 1 hour, that ranger will not get lost in said.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, then I accept that. All right, yes, you find your way towards a road, which will lead you to a town.
Okay, perfect.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm not used to people playing
Oh.
Rangers, sorry. I
No.
gotta learn all the rules.
I'm only lucky because we're in a forest. As soon as we move anywhere else, I'm gonna be just as useless as everybody else.
Yeah, so while we're moving, then Castros is gonna cast the one healing spell he knows how, which is Goodberry.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I didn't write down the specifics of it because of course I didn't. Someone's
I think it's pretty minimal,
Yeah.
if I remember right.
up to 10 berries. Restores 1 hit point, but guess what? He has a low enough health that works. So, does he roll for that then?
Yeah, level 1 transmutation. Yes, you need to roll for it.
12 plus modifier. It's probably around. Yeah, it's a 21.
Oh, you nail it. Yeah, those are the goodest good
so
berries.
that's like 10. So if he'll eat 3 of them and then save the 7 for later. So as long as he eats the others in like 24 hours or gives them to someone else to eat in the next 24 hours, then they'll still heal.
Perfect.
All right, so you're back up to full health.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we are on a
Nice.
road going towards the town. Do we make the town before nightfall?
The sun is setting, disappearing behind the horizon, but you get there.
All right, perfect.
Good enough.
So, let's just make our. I'm guessing since we're getting there about dark, all the shops and stuff are closing up. So we'll probably have to go to the nearest inn and get rooms for the night.
Please tell me the inn we choose has a bar. I need a drink.
Yes, you are able to get in the doors, and they have a small drinking area and a room available.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we take the room. Ray goes to drink.
Alpha goes in search of any families that may be giving birth so he can see if the babies explode.
So Castor,
There are none in the tavern
Yeah.
tonight.
No, he's just wandering around town asking, "Excuse me, are there any females about to give birth of any species in this vicinity? I wish to see if the babies explode."
is gonna like pretend to go to sleep, but he's gonna secretly be like watching Alpha do this from the like rooftops and like snickering to himself.
I rolled 3 times on checks, and I didn't find any for you. Sorry.
And Alpha just maintains a solitary stance out by the nearest animal field that he can see with potentially pregnant species to see if there will be any exploding babies throughout the evening.
Ray just senses a disturbance in the stupidity force again, and it's just like, you know what, bartender, make that 2 beers.
2 pints.
Castor
Castros is having a lovely time. This has been a great development.
I also grab a pint and I just sit in a corner somewhere and nurse it.
You have a uneventful evening. Nothing much happens. And you eventually get to go to bed and rest, and all is well throughout the night.
Perfect. All right, so we get up the next morning and go look for the nearest apothecary shop.
There is a small shop down the road. It seems kind of like an all-in-one type of trading post. Probably closest that will meet your needs.
Perfect. I walk in and go, "Hello, good sir. Do you happen to have any healing potions in stock?"
Healing potions. Let's see. Yes, I have this small one here. Probably would do the trick for you.
Do you have just one?
I might be able to find another. Most people don't ask for them, but let me see. He goes digging around, and you suddenly hear a crash in the back room, and you kind of hear a murmured, "Oh, bugger!" And he keeps going until finally, you guy comes out of the back. He's like, "Okay, I found 2. Is that good enough for you? Like I said, this isn't really common around here."
So how many how much do they heal, generally speaking?
Well, pretty small cuts and bruises. So out of game mechanics, I'll say it's going to be like a 1d4 plus 1 each.
Okay. Yeah. How much do they cost?
These well, they are the entirety of my supply, so I'll give, but I am willing to make a deal. About 2 for 1. Two of these for 1 gold.
Yep. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Happily hand over a gold piece and gather the potions, and out we go.
Castros is gonna try making his own potions.
He bites the coin.
Say what?
Oh, as I said, he bit the coin. What'd
Oh.
Castros do?
Castros of Spite is gonna try to make his own healing potions because he has an herbalism kit and medicine proficiency.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a roll. Check that. You can add your medicine
17.
modifier. 17. Yeah, you make one. Good job.
Cool. Same one as like the
Yeah,
carry. Okay, cool.
make it easy.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. All right.
Neat.
So we got our healing potions. That should help quite a lot. I guess. Well, off we go on our next leg.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, so we went to the librarian. Did he? I can't remember. Did he give us any particular instructions or point us in any particular direction after he gave us that scroll?
No, he did not. He just gave you basically the scroll, handed it over to you, and left it for you to figure out the rest.
Ooh, we're in trouble. Okay.
I say we should probably inspect the scroll then for any hints or clues.
As the party begins to leave the tavern,
Okay.
Alpha goes and sees them coming around and says, "There are no exploding babies in this town."
Castos is like, yeah, normally you gotta wait for a certain time of year. Like, it's not exact, but like, it's more likely at like when the moon's in a certain position, that kind of thing.
It ain't mating season yet. That comes around spring.
It is end of spring.
Yeah.
Well, look, Ray has a hangover from last night already.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Castos is gonna tell yet another lie to poor Alpha.
I'm gonna smack Castros on the arm and say, "That's enough."
It's kind of funny.
He's an annoying little bugger, ain't he?
Yep. Don't listen to Castros anymore, Alpha. He's filling your head full of nonsense.
How curious.
Yes, curious indeed.
All right. Okay. I guess.
Now we're stuck. We're like, well, now what?
Kinda.
Maybe we should ask around if someone knows anybody that could answer some more questions.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah, how big is this village we're in? Is it pretty small? Pretty.
It is.
Okay. Let's ask for directions to the nearest fairly large city or capital.
Okay. You talk to someone, maybe the innkeeper, someone in town, doesn't really matter. They say, "Oh, it's quite a ways from here to where you're seeking. I mean, you're gonna have to. Well, you could take this road. There's a caravan leaving here in a couple days. The trade wagons come through and they'll drop off supplies, and you could travel with them."
What do you think?
Well, Castros doesn't like cities, and Castros doesn't like traveling with more people than he has to. But, I mean, you guys are going to a city, so he'll still follow along, but he's not going to help you other than that.
If these people going to the cities know what they're doing and can take care of themselves, then sure, we can travel with them.
Well, the caravan does travel regularly, and it's usually safer to travel in numbers.
No. Sounds good. We'll tag along with the caravan then.
Okay, so you wait a few days, join in walking with the caravan, and there's a couple more little hamlets they stop by, but eventually you make it all the way to a decent-sized town. Seems to be a trade city of some size. Looks rather big and imposing as you approach.
All right, perfect.
Castros, just for the heck of it, is gonna examine the walls and see if there was any possible way he could just climb over the walls on his own, just to spite.
Sure. Perception check or investigation? Investigation.
That's a nat one. He was like, "Well, that's a wall. Haven't seen one in a while. Weird. Bigger than I thought. Well, there goes that plan." It's like,
nice. Alrighty.
He's been too close to death too much lately. He's like, you know what? Maybe I won't take a chance.
Take a chance on me.
Probably pretty smart, because with your behavior up to date, if you got in trouble with the city guard, there's no real promise that your companions would help you out at all.
Ain't happening.
Yeah. And you're in a big group. I mean, you could just walk in with everyone else.
No.
He doesn't like to take the easy way.
I've noticed.
And you guys are the ones who aren't fun. Like, honestly, Castros is more interesting than you guys. I'm kidding. It's like,
I wanted to stay home. I had a job to do.
All right. Anyway, so I walk through the gates, and once again, I am absolutely flabbergasted by the amount of people milling around, the press of bodies, the dust in the air from all the different beasts of burden, and the heights of the building, and just the general activity. So I kind of stop and stare for a little bit.
This ain't no time for lollygagging, kid.
For once, Castros is gonna stick with the group this time, because, like I said, he's not a big fan of cities being a druid and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess after a couple seconds, I shake myself and I'm like, approach a guard and I say, "Hey, is there by chance any kind of a wizarding college or some other university that has a bunch of scholars in it or anything in here?"
Oh, expect me to know everything? Expect me to tell you everything? Get moving along. Get.
How about I?
You found a really grumpy guard.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you do live here, don't you, good sir? Tell you what, how about I hand you this, and I hand him a couple of copper pieces, and does this help your recollection?
What? Oh yeah. Yeah, just head down the road here and take a left.
Just a few copper pieces.
He's the guard. He's not well paid.
Yep.
This man has.
He didn't expect anyone to actually be good enough to, try to bribe him.
Grease his palm.
Yeah. Castros can't help but, like,
Yeah.
behind his palm. Like, behind his hand.
All right, cool. So I head on down the road.
Awesome.
I hang a left. What do I get to?
Well, you do go around. There is a large building. It's a nice stone edifice. You see something that says like Cicera Institution, and there's some symbols after it that you don't recognize, but you definitely get the impression that like this is one of those places of higher learning you're looking for.
Cool. I go in the front door. Is there any kind of a receptionist or anything in this place?
Yeah, there's a guy in kind of a light blue robe with some kind of nice fringe on it, and he sees you, comes walking over, and you seem lost, traveler.
Yes, I'm in need of information. We have been told that there are some beings that are making our way to this plane, and we need to stop them. So we kind of need to know a direction. We need to know someone that has knowledge of ancient times and ancient beings.
And you thought it wise to come here. Interesting. What information do you seek?
We seek information on the old ones.
Oh, I see. The old ones. He turns and raises a finger towards another individual and beckons them to come over. And actually, two people come walking over and join behind the first. And one of them, you can tell, is much older and has a raspy voice and says, "Old ones, eh? What about them?"
They are coming back.
Oh, really? And where did you come across such an idea?
A gnome being fell from the sky like a falling star.
You see his eyes get big, and he turns whispers something to the other guy, and then turns back to you. Well, this is quite troubling information indeed. Come with me. And he leads you kind of off through an archway to the side of the room. The other two just kind of wander off in the opposite direction. Do you follow him in wherever he's going?
Yeah, I follow him.
Yeah.
Okay. He takes you into an office and sits down behind a desk. And he says, so there's quite a history that the rest of the world does not know about, and I would very much like to keep it that way. Now, if this being that you say fell from the heavens actually did such a thing, then we need to address this problem. You said you're here looking for some information on where to go. I cannot provide this, but I believe you have the ability to answer it yourself, Master Stone. Or should I say Stone Master?
Yeah. Well, we did receive a scroll from the librarian. Can you help us interpret it?
Well, I'd be happy to take a look. What do you have?
So I hand him I show him the scroll that the librarian handed us.
He looks utterly horrified when he opens it up, and he just is shaken, but then almost immediately hands it back to you. This is terrifying, but just so you know, this is beyond my skills. I cannot help you with this task.
Okay, can you tell us someone that might be able to?
I do not keep the name, but I believe you know him well. And he reaches out a hand and kind of taps you on the side.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Now, the old man says, I will return to my studies. Let it be known to your companions that you may return here if you wish. I will do what I can to aid you, but know that the others will be highly suspicious.
What others? The other people in this building?
Yes, the rest of the students here. They do not understand things as I do.
No. Okay. All right. But you're saying that the means to find out about these old ones lie within me. Is that what you're saying?
Well, more on your person, but yes.
Okay. What on my person?
You just see him pinch his nose and shake his head. He's like, oh dear God.
Your family jewels, boy.
I'm like puzzled for a second. Family jewel. Oh. And then I kind of play with my brooch. You mean this old thing? This actually does
Yes!
something?
Yes! Good God, man, do you not know what you carry upon you?
No, this is just an old family heirloom passed down through the generations, but whatever secrets that lie within it have been lost for, at least since my grandpappy's time.
Oh, there is more here than meets the eye. You will find how to use it. Go out away from the town. Focus on it. Meditate. You will figure it out. It is the key to your understanding.
Okay. All right. Yes, I will do as you say. And with that, I say, good day to you, sir. Thank you for your help. And then I turn around and I leave.
You see him just shake his head and walk back to his desk. Like, we're doomed.
What in tarnation is up with people giving us riddles and nothing else to work with?
Well, I was given a clue, so I am going to go do what I'm told. I'm going to leave town, go outside of town for a little while, for a little ways, and do what I can to get to the bottom of it.
This is your benevolent GM, and this is an ad break. Thank you for listening. Please join us at patreon.com/Azentuary, where you can sign up and ask us questions, which we'll answer in a monthly Q&A session. Or at a higher tier, you can become an NPC that permanently is a part of our fantasy world. Or even higher still, you can get all of our merchandise as we invent it. Give us reviews, let us know what you think. All of it will be for sale eventually on Azentuary.com. But for now, if you could please support us, we're at patreon.com/Azentuary. And thank you for joining the adventure.
This mystery.
Okay, how do you do it? And is everyone? Are you by yourself, or are the others with
You
you?
can if you want.
You need a babysitter?
Or you can go to the nearest bar and drink some more.
That would be preferable.
Castros is probably like, because while he does tend to choose the stupider options because they're more fun to him, he does like to learn, and he's a learner. So he's probably gonna chill at the college or school or whatever, and just kind of like look at the other students and kind of just watch them. Not even talk to them, just watch them. He's not really a talker.
I'm gonna go out and explore the premises to see if I can find us a path for when we do decide to leave town.
Okay, you find the standard gate exits.
Alpha just follows him out because he figures that the dwarf might need some pointers on meditation.
Alright,
Okay.
cool. So I head on out. Was safe. I go to probably the first hilltop, kind of away from the town. I'm assuming there's like gently rolling hills or something leading to the city. So I'll just kind of go out a ways till I figure it's safe, and then I'll take the gem in my hand. I'll stare at it. I'll try and so I'm looking really deep into the gem, staring into it, trying to figure out some way to unlock this secret. And then I take it and rub it a little bit between my hands.
Okay. Well, first, as you staring into it, well, actually, hold on. First, the rolling hills are covered with farms. Adjacent to one along the road is a rock wall that leads up to a giant old oak tree. This is where you find yourself staring into the gem, and you almost feel like it's staring back at you. You begin to buff it, to concentrate on it, to think about it, and it starts to shake and vibrate on its own, not your hands, but on its own. There's almost electricity crackling across the surface.
Wow. I go, ah! And
Do you react?
I'll drop it. I drop it and talk.
Okay.
Alpha looks at you and says, "This is not effective meditation."
You drop it, and no, but in front of you, you see the lightning get whiter and start to crack. And first there is a foot that appears, and then a leg above it, and almost like it's growing out. Next, you see a waist, and then a chest, and, well, kind of an ugly little body. All of a sudden, "Ah! What the hell?" And he looks up at you. "Another stone master." And you just see this burning hatred in this little creature's eyes that appeared in front of you.
I draw my axe and I hold it ready, and I'm like, "What are you?"
"Your worst nightmare!" as it leaps at you.
Hold on, I want to do a reaction really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
What would I have to do to try and grab him? Sitting
Do
behind.
a dexterity check.
Dexterity. All right.
Yeah.
16.
Oh, you beat my 11. Yeah, you grab him.
All right, keep saying mine. Yep.
So he's just fighting.
All right, I say
Alpha just kind of. It's like a little medallion-sized creature,
no.
right?
It's a full-sized kobold.
A kobold.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So I just turn him around and say, "Hello, curious one."
He stops for a moment and just looks horrified. Like, oh,
And
good
then I
lord.
say,
Like, I am not your lord. Our lord is God.
And you hear a string of curses in a language you don't recognize. Probably infernal.
and I say, "Stop, creature!
What? What do you
What is
want?
your name, first of all?"
Crap, I don't remember what
Varn.
it is.
Ashak Varn!
Okay. And what are you doing in that gem?
It's a long story. I'll tell you another time. What do you want? I have to do what you tell me, so what do you want? Unless that's your only desire, is for me to narrate my whole life to you, and then I can go back.
I was told you had information on the old ones.
Oh, yes, I know of the old ones. That's what you want? You just want some information? They're old. They're entrapped. They're entombed. They're sealed
They're
away.
coming back.
There. Now let me go. Ah, good one.
No.
Not possible. They're sealed up. They're all around us. They're deep under the ground. There's nothing for us to worry about. Sometimes they whisper to mortals, but they're not coming back. They're
This
gone.
was told to us from a gnome-like creature that fell from the sky like a stinking falling star.
That wasn't a gnome. That was a celestial. Gross. They disgust me.
So I think we're going to have to lend a little bit more credence to this particular warning. So, what do we need to do to reseal them away?
I don't know. Become a god? What do you want me to say? The god sealed them up. Now you're here trying to do something
Well,
about
it sounds like the seals are breaking, so this quest was laid at our feet. We need to figure out how to take care of it.
Well, then you better figure it out. You're the idiots that wanted free
yes,
will.
but we need a direction in which to go. Tell me.
Well, what do you want me to tell you? I've been inside of a rock for the last, I don't know, how many decades has it been? What year is it even? What do you want me to say?
Well, so how did the gods entomb these old ones originally?
Big battle. Lots of dead. Ones that survived, they got locked up. I don't know how the gods did it, but they did it. There's some of them around here. What are you looking for? There's a bunch of them. Which ones are escaping?
Yes, I
do you
have
know
the scroll right
any
here,
of this?
and I open it up and I show him.
He's like, oh. Yeah, you're screwed.
This thing is mighty helpful. I
Well,
like
you
this
don't-
kobold.
You don't know this because you're
Yeah, I don't.
you're
But
in the city and you're still in the university, so
spying on people and just
Yeah,
like smiling at them.
neither of
intensely.
you are privy to this conversation. So
I can tell Castros is either gonna have a fun time talking with Kashak Varn, or have a fun time annoying Kashak Varn. Either or, he'll have a fun time.
yeah, you think Kashak Varno's gonna throw a witch bolt at you if you're not careful. All right. All right. So, listen, Kashak, you seem to be the only one that knows anything about these old ones. I need to know where to go. I need to know if there are any kind of weapons I can get my hands on. I need to know somebody that might have some answers.
Well, everyone I used to know is dead. You know what that's like? Everyone you know is dead? That's me. But I can tell you this, there used to be a cult of that guy, and he points to the top one, and he says, not too far from here, I think. I seem to remember this place ish.
Okay.
That tree was a lot smaller.
All right. Cool. Whereabouts is this cult? I mean, you say it's close. Give me a direction.
You're holding me up.
So
Spin me
I do
around.
so. Oh, so yeah, that would be Alpha having to spin him around.
Alpha just kind of starts panning him in a three, like in a circle.
He goes, warmer, 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 colder, ice cold.
Right? Returning back to the warm.
He goes, yep, that way. Yep, I'm pretty sure your certain death is that way. That'd be fun. Okay, yep. Colt's over there. You see that outcropping? I'm pretty sure that's an entrance to the old temple.
Okay, fantastic. What is the name of this particular being? Do you have any idea?
Oh yes. That's
Okay.
Abroso.
He's not like. I mean, is this one of those things where if you say the name, then he becomes aware of your presence or anything like that?
No, he's not Beetlejuice.
What is a Beetlejuice?
Oh, well, it's an old demon. Try saying his name a couple more times,
Alpha
see what
don't.
happens. It's kind of fun.
Aww. Does he make babies explode?
Oh yes. He's a bioexorcist.
Alpha turns to the dwarf and says, "See? You are not entirely correct. Babies can explode."
Castros wins again.
All
We
right.
need to make a little scoreboard. So far, Castros has 2 points. Dane has 0.
I've got one.
But we must have quantifiable data for this. We shall test it later.
Well, so you're in luck, Alpha. This is springtime. Lambs, calves. There are things getting born all the time. So just keep your eye out and see if anything explodes. I'm going to say that your quantifiable data is exploding babies is infinitesimal. Kashak Varn, you may go back to your gem. I release you.
And as you say that, he starts turning to dust from his feet up, and you hear him just "Ah!" as he goes back.
Very nice. Okay, tuck the gem back in my back inside my shirt and go off to find Casseros and Ray.
Cool.
I mean,
Are you guys
Castros
easy
is,
to find?
Yeah, Castros is still hanging around the college, just making students uneasy.
Where's Ray?
Well, after I scouted the area, I probably went back to the bar.
All right. So, I tell Alpha to go collect Castros from the. See if you can find Castros at the university, and I'm going to go to the nearest tavern to see if I can find Ray.
Okay.
All right, I have this image of Alpha just walks in. Are you here?
Castros! Oh, Castros! I found a demon that makes babies
Immediately
explode!
pops up like, "Oh, you did? Show me."
Oh, it's really great, but we must first have quantifiable data before adding an additional
Like,
variable
like
to the
just like
system.
letting this like bit go on, basically, or at least letting Alpha still believe in this. So he's like, yes, you're quite right. We totally need like a control group. That's how data works, that kind of thing.
Indeed. You would be a
Yeah,
good
thing,
follower of
I'm
God
not there to
after
hear
all.
this particular conversation. All right. So do I find Ray in the nearest tavern I enter?
I think you're pretty
All right.
pretty
So I
easily
go,
find Ray. Yeah.
Ray, we have found a direction.
Did you now?
We did, and it's not too far away. So let's go. We got work to do.
Alrighty. Waiter, cancel my other pint. Alrighty, let's go.
All right. So we exit the tavern and we go find meet up with Castros and Alpha.
Okay. I'd say
All
you're
right. And then
successful
I'm
at
like,
doing
all
that.
right. We are pointed in a direction. It's we need to go to an old temple that had a cult of Abloso in it, and it's just right outside the city there.
Okay. Assuming you guys walk over the hills, you get up there, and actually, as you start to approach what looks like a very old temple, you notice that there's activity around it. People that are dressed like they just came out of that town that you were in, walking around, moving stones, cleaning off various things, and you see they're basically dead-eyed, almost like whited over.
Like the troglodyte.
Oh, interesting.
The Castros immediately makes that connection and is like, interesting. I say we shank him now.
Alphonse says, "Oh, what great fun! They are doing manual labor in order to further the development of this area. This is great. We should support this."
So do you actually tell the party that you think that they are possessed, or?
Yeah, for sure. He's like, because he just like he already made the connection in his head, so he's just like, all right, let's shank him. Like he didn't even think to explain to the party that they're probably zombies like the troglodyte from like before. He's literally just gonna say, well, time to kill him. Like
They just walk up and
All
shank
right.
one. All right, roll to attack.
21.
Oh yeah, you just
So roll for damage.
slide your blade right on in. How much damage do you do?
Oh,
just
perfect
out of
roll.
curiosity.
8 slashing.
Oh yeah. You all of a sudden hear a just blood-curdling scream as the light comes back to this individual's eyes, and they are just flooded with fear as they look at you and just kind of gasp. Oi! Ugh, and then fall over.
He was no longer living. That's against the rules of nature. Therefore, I must act.
Clearly not. Last time I checked, zombies don't talk.
Congratulations, Castros. You just committed murder.
Eh, it's not the first time.
And simultaneously from all around you, you hear 3 times, Abloso, 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 from every single mouth simultaneously.
Yeah, but we don't know if killing them is gonna help anything.
And Castros is just shrugs and is just like, I did the right thing.
All right. Well, also, I think so. I'm a little conflicted myself because I know that they're obviously possessed, but the fact that the one that right before they died, awareness kind of came back into him, I'm not really all that comfortable with just willy-nilly slaughtering everything. So I'm gonna see if I can't kind of use the flat of my axe just to kind of incapacitate them as opposed to killing them.
Okay.
So I just kind of roll.
You just do a roll and attack
Okay.
roll. Yeah, it's just a non-lethal attack.
13. Okay.
Yeah, you'll hit with that.
All right. Roll for damage. So that is a 9. 9 damage.
Okay. You just thwack this poor guy right down. I mean, you hear a skull crack, and he's unconscious on the ground. And again, you hear that same chanting from the others around.
You too.
I didn't kill him, but,
Jesus Christ!
but they're not exactly acting normal right now, Ray.
Yeah, Castros just like takes Ray's shoulders, like smiles at her, and is just like, "It's a cult." Like it's a cult.
Alpha just asks, why are we stopping them from doing manual labor?
Cause it's evil manual labor.
How is this manual labor evil? They
Castros
are
is just
simply
gonna like
doing
take Alpha
construction.
aside and just like, dude, he is not. They're like against they're against the exploration of exploding babies. Like
They're against Gond.
yeah, they're against like the pursuit of knowledge. They're doing manual labor for evil reasons. They don't care about Gond at all. They're only doing it to serve their own selfish evil needs.
Wait, you are saying these people do not
No.
care for Gond?
In fact, they worship another.
They worship another that would supplant Gond.
You see a fire kind of light up in Alpha's eyes and says, "This is unacceptable." And he just starts going through and punching all of them in the head.
Okay.
All right. First one. Wait, hold on. Need to just a sec. First one, 12.
Hits.
I need to do damage for all these.
No, it's going to be relatively low damage, isn't it? Because you're just punching.
Well, he punches like for a 1d4 plus 3.
Okay.
So that's like 7 damage to the first one.
Oh God. Let's call that one down unconscious. Yeah.
All right. And then immediately, as a bonus action, goes to attack the next one with a 17 to hit.
Oh God. Yeah. What's the damage?
That's another 7 damage.
Oh God, unconscious. You're just knocking him out. Yeah.
Yep. He's going through. They said these are serving a false god. He is just moving through with a snake-like smoothness, just head punching everybody.
Watches on with like a gleam in his eyes.
Ray is pinching the bridge of her nose with her thumb and forefinger.
Okay. Well, yeah, you've taken out like a third of what I'll say was out there.
He's not stopping till they're all down.
You got. Okay, so you know what? Unless you guys stop Alpha, I'm just gonna let him keep going, and I'm just gonna say that with those successes, he's going to probably continue and just punch everyone and knock them all
wants to get
out.
one more stab into somebody else. Cool.
Okay, go for it. Before he gets back to
Nice.
the last one, go ahead and stab him.
That's a 16 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Not good on damage that time, just 3. He just kind of gave like a light stab as he was walking by.
Okay, well, you give that light stab, and that light comes back, and the person grabs the wound. What's going on? Why did you stab me?
To the side and heal him up and tell him to get the hell out of here before he dies.
Okay, so where am I? How did I get here? Oh God. And he just starts working his way down the path.
Alright. Good luck, partner.
Darn it! I saved that one instead of killing him.
You shut your trap.
Oh, good lord. All right, cool. Dane is all right. I'm sorry. I'm just watching Alpha work. I'm just like, kind of, I was congratulating myself with the one that I knocked down, and then I watch Alpha just kind of mow everyone else down like he's harvesting wheat or something, and I'm just kind of just nodding in appreciation. And
as he gets to the last
okay,
one, he just turns to the group and says, Nobody supplants
Castros
Gong.
can't help but just like give him like a good
Yes.
old fashioned like golf clap. It's like
Yep, Dane.
I was thinking, if I may, for just a moment, Dane, standing there watching the cold, horrifying precision, realized warforges are terrifying.
Glad you had your little outburst. Now that that's over, you guys mind figuring out what we're supposed to do next?
I say follow.
Alpha just looks into the temple entrance and says, "We stop this blasphemy."
Perfect.
Oh
Sounds like a
God!
plan.
All right.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Let's go.
As you walk inside, you see a temple in mid-restoration. The three-dimensional carved version of what you have on the top of your scroll is above a stone altar, and below it you can see there is a access which goes down into some type of
Okay. Well, I suppose we
passageway.
should go down, follow the passageway down.
How big is this stone carving?
Huge. Like trying to think of a good comparison. How about, let's say, the size of the backboard at a professional basketball arena?
So not easy to destroy.
No.
All right.
All right. So since we can't destroy it easily, we'll revisit that later. So let us go down. Let's go through the opening and follow the passageway down.
Yep.
Okay. As you descend, you find yourself downstairs and then into a long hallway that extends before you. Cobwebs fill the corridor, but you can see a path where they have been torn right through the middle. Obviously, this place has been used, but it also simultaneously is very old and was unused for a very
makes
long
sense
time.
that we would follow the path where the cobwebs are torn.
Okay. As you follow the path, you can see that it actually splits. You work your way down, and about 15 feet in, there's a door to your left, and you can see that the worn spot continues down into the darkness until the corridor turns to the left
but you say
in
it
front of
splits, so is there something going off to the right as well?
you. It's not right. It's like left and straight.
But you're saying that the path seems to kind of lead left.
Well, it's like someone has gone both ways, like that it's been used for multiples. So like there's a door to your left, or it continues straight down the corridor.
Well, I would say I would probably
Like both have been
continue
used.
Straight.
I would agree.
Okay. You continue straight. For ease of things, I'm going to say you're heading south.
Yeah.
Don't think these are not useful cardinal direction wise beyond just me helping you understand. So you head south for a while until the corridor turns to your left, and facing east is a doorway.
So let me see. I'm going to try and open the door.
Okay. You find that it is unlocked. It is also quite good wood, like better than you would expect for the age of this structure. Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything inside of the room, But as you look around, this is obviously a point that goes off several directions. You can go to the east out of the north corner. You can go slightly south, and there's another door going to the west. And there's an archway leading to a
Ooh.
separate room
Let's go to
to
the
the
archway.
south in the center of this space.
Let's try the archway.
Okay. All right. As you pass through the archway, you get the feeling like this is a waiting room because there is a door out to the west
Okay.
and
so
another
this
one
is
to the
kinda like
south.
a waiting room.
Yes. And additionally, as you enter the room, you notice that there is kind of a shallow pit in the corner and a almost miniature stone dais
Miniature.
and throne sitting above it. Yeah,
Alright.
like a small
Uh,
representation of a larger
Castos
space.
will walk up to it, kind of like hitting his club against his hand, but will like turn to Alpha and be like, "Yo, Alpha, you want first hit?"
Well, this might actually be like some kind of a mechanism that might open something. You might not want to destroy it right off the bat. This might be like an Indiana Jones type thing, Raiders of the Lost Ark, where you put the statue on to open something, or let's say let's hold off on destroying it for just a moment.
Castos is just gonna like give like Dane like a blank stare, and just turn to Alpha anyways and be like, "So you want first hit?"
Wait a minute, I sense that this thing is built by Gon. I say we shouldn't hit it, Alpha. Not just yet.
I mutter under my breath. I doubt anything in this place is built.
But Alpha says, but is this not the land of blasphemers?
Yes, but someone very blessed came in here and planted this. I don't know. I'm trying to get him to stop him from hitting it, Dane.
Well, Alpha goes to inspect, not just see, like not just attack without aggression. Maybe it is forged by a proper. I rolled a 12.
Okay. You can tell that it is actually finely crafted, which you're impressed by, considering most blasphemers, in your opinion, would not be able to craft so finely.
Indeed.
Castos just kind of mutters "stick in the mud" under his breath.
All right, I'm going to go try the door to the west while they're doing this.
Okay. Let's see. The door to the west is also unlocked and looks much like
Okay.
the door you passed through to get into the previous room. Okay. As you swing it open, you see that you may first step through,
Okay.
and then there is a corridor heading south.
All right. Are people following me by this time?
I'll follow Dane.
Oh, you're gonna leave Castos and Alpha alone with it?
Well, Alpha's, I'm assuming he's done expecting it by now.
Yeah, but there's still a good chance Castos can
Yeah.
convince Alpha. of
Anyway,
something or
so I'm gonna go into the passageway heading south.
Okay. After proceeding for a short distance, you find a locked door that looks like
Okay.
the one that you had gone through previously.
I'm going to examine it. Is it possible for me to try and pick the lock? Okay.
I don't know, do you
I
have
just
any type of
have tool
lock-picking tools
proficiency
or
with
anything that would
mason's
assist in that?
tools and stone cunning. Okay. All right. Well,
Not going to help you with this one.
And I'm assuming this door here is also of good construction.
It's a pretty good looking door, yeah. I mean, but
Yeah,
remember, all doors have
I'm not
AC and hit
quite
points.
ready to knock the door down yet. There's other places that we can explore. Maybe I can find a key. So I'm gonna head back into the waiting room and then try the door that's going south.
Okay. This one is unlocked, and you open it to find yourself inside of a
Okay.
storeroom, actually. So really quick, it looks almost like a pantry. A little bit of the far wall has collapsed, and there's what looks like to be a pile
I
of
shall examine the
bones
bones.
over on the far end next to the wall. Okay. As you approach to examine the bones, the skull rises first, and then it gets up almost like a moving wolf and takes an aggressive stance, tailbones down, and
Okay.
leaps in your direction. I will give
Well,
you
I
a
do have a
dexterity
shield,
saving throw if
so
you
can I
want to
just
try to
hold up
dodge
the
out of the
shield and
way
have
first.
it slam into the shield?
Or
Okay, is that still a dexterity throw or a saving throw though?
sure. Oh yes, please. That would, but I'll give you an advantage on it if you're just like trying to stand your ground
Okay.
and absorb it.
Hold your horses on that. I just got my okay. Sorry. My vehicle's panic button just went off. Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Here we go.
Oh,
So I've got one. So 11.
It leaps on your shield, pulls it down, and while you are able to mostly block it, you still take a basically a skull headbutt to the face for
Okay.
just 1 point of
All right.
damage. It just whacks you in the nose really hard.
All right.
Can Alpha hit it?
Sure, it's right on top of him. I mean, you can either smash it into him like a sandwich or try and knock it off, or both.
He just does like an uppercut move to it to try and hit it in the side away from him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's a nat 20.
I can just
Holy
like
crap.
bang-
Okay.
Yeah. And the damage was 5.
But it's double attack dice.
Oh,
Is
double
that
attack
your double
dice.
attack
Hold on.
dice?
That's only with the sim plus 3. Sorry. A 3 and a 4 with plus 3. So 10. Yeah. I guess it works out. So I'm just imagining it
All right.
jumps on top of him, and then Alpha just goes, "Blasphemer!" and then does a roundhouse kick.
Well,
with
you
flying.
yeah, that the bones just go flying. Like you just flat send them scattering all over.
Nice. The Castro says.
Yeah,
it's
they do
on.
not
Castro
they do not
says just
reassemble.
like walk over the bones and kind of examine them.
No.
Will that be an investigation or?
Sure.
Well, nat 1.
Sure.
Never mind.
Go ahead.
Nothing happened.
You're like, huh, these are bones? Weird. All right.
Alpha just says, "God would not approve of such blasphemy."
I kind
Shoddy
of
construction.
wipe the blood from my nose and go, "Good job, Alpha." All right.
Thank me
Say
not.
what?
Thank God.
Thank God. All right.
You didn't say it.
Thank God. All right. So, is there this wall that's collapsed? Is there anything? Does it lead anywhere, or is it just kind of a pile of rubble?
It's mostly a pile of rubble. There's a little bit of an opening that you can see a little bit of light through. You could spend time digging it out if you wanted to see where it goes.
Sure, if I can see light, that's gonna kind of piques my curiosity. So yeah.
And I mean a small amount up high, but okay, go ahead. So you want to dig it out.
Okay.
So let's do a strength check.
Nat 20.
Oh god. Yeah, no problem. You just grab whatever chunks of stone were in the way and just deftly like this is what dwarves were made for.
Then a nat 1, then another nat 20.
All right. Well, you actually get through the wall and you find yourself
Okay.
in a corridor that runs
do I
north-south.
recognize this corridor?
You have not been here before, but looking around,
Oh,
you see
that
some withered
is
corpses nailed to the
pleasant.
walls.
Disturbing.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go try north first.
Okay. You get up to a corner and it turns to the east. And as you do so, you notice that all of the corpses that are on the walls here, and there's 3 on the north side of the corridor and 3 on the south side, are all pointing towards you.
Okay, but they're on the wall, right?
Like, yeah, they're nailed to the wall with one arm up and the finger
so they're
extended,
corpses, not
pointing
skeletons.
towards you.
Yeah, corpses. How fresh are these corpses?
Correct.
But they're all
They're
pointing at
desiccated.
me,
They're
huh?
pretty
Can
dry.
Castros
Think
loot
like
them?
mummies.
Castros check for loot
Currently,
on their
yes.
bodies.
What?
What role would that be?
Investigation.
Sure, you can check.
Oh, did not go well.
investigate, yeah.
5.
You were kind of grossed out by it, and you didn't really find much.
Yeah. He was more
there was a
fascinated
copper
by
piece
the
below
dead
one of them.
bodies than actually what they had on them. Like, Casseros is not one to be weirded out by corpses, but more so just not focusing on what he should focus on.
Okie dokie. So I take note of them pointing at me. So do those fingers follow me? I mean, are they actually moving as I'm walking by, or is they just kind of pointed in my general direction?
No, they're just pointed that way as you go around the
Okay.
corner. That's how they're
Well,
pointed.
something
So
tells
you
me
walk
the way
past them,
they're
they keep pointing
pointing
that way.
is either the way we're supposed to go, or it's the way that'll kill us.
I don't know.
50-50, take your shot.
So I continue down the corridor.
Okay.
Okay.
Eventually, you hit the
I
end
keep
where
going-
it
I go
turns
north then.
north. This hallway continues much as the previous one. They're still pointing. There's 3 on each side, pointing down towards you until you reach the end of this. There is a right turn and a doorway right in front of you that
Okay.
faces to the east.
All right. Well, I try the door.
Right?
Is it a wooden
Okay.
door or a stone door?
It is locked. It's a wooden door. It does not
Well,
look in
this
as good of
definitely
shape
seems
as the
like
previous
the perfect
ones you've
chance
seen.
for Casseros to take out his club and bash in the door again.
Sure,
That's an
go
8
for
to
it.
hit.
You probably hit
Alright,
it too close
Casseros.
to the hinges or something. Didn't work so well.
All right. I guess I'll try and do the same. Since it's not as solid, I'll just smack it real good with my axe.
Okay.
So that's an 11.
you have a similar reaction. You swing hard and you hit it like perfectly along the grain of the
Can
wood, and
Ray
your
try
axe
to
just
pick
kind of
the
sinks
lock
in
like a
but does not
sensible
break.
person?
Do you have lock breaking tools?
No, but I'm sure I can make some real quick.
It's not a thing.
I mean, find a piece of metal, bend it a little, boom, it'll work as a lockpick.
Ow? What?
All right. Well, I'm going to. I mean, I'm going to try again. I'll take another swing at the door. No,
Okay,
much
go
better.
for it.
17.
Oh yeah. This time you swing hard, you hit it, and
Okay.
don't worry, I'm not gonna make you roll hit points on this. It just seems ridiculous. But yeah, you hit it and you break through the lock, and the door just
All right,
slams flying open.
What is beyond said door?
Well, you go through and you see a couple scattered bones, but there doesn't appear to be much here other than on the east wall in the middle is a portcullis. Interestingly, it is made out of wood.
Portcullis down. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try.
Yes.
First off, I'm gonna try and see if I can lift it or see if it's locked in place.
Okay, strength check.
So, 15.
It's not good enough. You lift it, you try to move it,
Okay.
and you say, "Oh, nope, must be locked."
Well, since it's wood, I can hit it with my axe. All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, totally.
Well, that is a 20 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, you swing and your axe deftly slides through several of the pieces. The I don't remember what they're called. The lattices, basically. And yeah, you take a big chunk
Sure,
out. You
and
could
that's what I'll
probably
do.
break through the rest if you wanted, just by kind of kicking through them.
You want me to roll
Okay.
another strength check, or are you just gonna assume that I succeeded?
No, I'm gonna assume you get through.
Yeah.
You're pushing through into the next room. Okay. So as you push through into the next room, a mirror on the opposite side speaks. Come, someone is here. As you walk in, also curious or drawn in by this voice, you notice is another one of those stone daises with a small throne on the north side of the room.
Okay. Let's see here. I cautiously approach the mirror, but I'm gonna try and stand off to the side to see if I can be kind of out of the mirror's line of sight as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
And I'm like, can you hear me?
I
Talking
can
to
hear
the
you.
mirror,
What?
yes.
Oh, you're talking to the mirror? Okay. Yes, voice in the darkness.
Okay.
I hear ye.
And who are you?
I am the mirror.
I'm just
Who are you?
I'm just a simple dwarf wanderer.
Castros likes this mirror. It's fascinating.
So, mirror, do you have a name, or are you just the mirror?
I had a name once
what are
long
you?
ago, but it is forgotten to time. Tell me your name, that I may give you
My
wisdom.
name is Dane.
Dane, yes. I know of a Dane. When the rebellious ox is mistaken for the untamable tiger, a screaming comet is going to empower the arcane
Is that the wisdom
passage
you were
from
trying
death.
to impart?
It is but
Okay,
one of many pieces of wisdom I hold.
All right.
Castros wants a shot at Wisdom Mirror.
What are you doing here, Mirror?
I was here long ago to help those who worked in these mines. Sorry.
Okay.
Who worked building this temple? Forgot where I was. Sorry.
And in what manner, what way did you help these people?
I gave them their
Ooh.
prophecies. I gave them the hope to continue.
Okay. What kind of prophecies?
The ones like I gave you. Do you have other
Castros-
companions? I
Castros
may give
just
them
raises
theirs.
his hands like me. Castros. Castros, yes.
Castros? You said Castros? Yes. While a vengeful widow resists the temptation of the spawning slime, their whispered word will spark a quest for the faithful
Castros likes
chalice.
the words widow and chalice. Alright,
I guess I'm up next. My name is Ray.
Did you say spawning slime? Are these
Ray.
babies that explode?
I cannot interpret the prophecies. I can only give them. Ray, if the clay-footed giant pierces the illusion of the twin storms, a joyous traitor shall herald an age of
That
strife.
sounds ominous.
Hmm.
Alpha, did you want to hear your prophecy?
It might be.
Is it about Gond? Alpha just looks at the mirror. Is the prophecy about Gond?
Oh, I don't know who the prophecies are about. I simply know that they are.
If it is not about
Yeah.
Gond, I do not need to hear it.
How do you know it's not about Gond?
You make a valid argument. Proceed.
And what is your name?
I am Alpha, Gondian Entity Relations.
Alpha. On the day that the unscaled serpent escapes the resplendent dragon, their mingled weeping is going to birth the sinerous spirit.
Oh, these must be the exploding babies you were telling about.
like both like Ray and Dane probably just like shake their heads and facepalm.
Fuck
Castros
you.
just like nods intently, trying not to completely crack up.
All right, Mirror. Is there anything else you can tell me? Do you know in which temple you reside?
I don't remember. A name was given long ago, but I gave that prophecy already.
Does the
It is
name
forgotten.
Abloso, is that familiar to you?
Oh, do not speak of such things. I cannot give any more prophecies. I must go. And suddenly the mirror
Dane.
just becomes flat and shiny.
Well, it's kind of funny that it didn't know that because that's whose temple it's in right now.
Like you said, it's been forgotten.
Okay. So there's nothing else in this room then?
Just that small the
Okay.
dais and the throne on the north.
Castros kind of wants to touch it.
So is the throne empty? Is there anything in the throne, on the throne, or?
Nope, it is empty. It does kind of look like there's a spot for something to go
Got
to
it.
like
Okay.
click into it.
So we are definitely
you can't tell
missing
what.
a piece then. Okay, so I think we are going to go back the way we came. And then go back to, because we went north in that north-south corridor, so let's kind of continue on south and see where possibly that might lead us.
Okay. You make it all the way back down and through the corridor heading south until it turns to the west. And then ahead of you is, you make about 10 feet forward. There is a door in front of you and an open passageway to the south, which you can see goes down about another 10 feet or so,
All right,
and
well, I'll
then
try the
turns
door
to the
first.
east. Okay. It is unlocked
All
and
right,
swings
let's go
open
through.
easily. Okay. As you pass into this room, you see that it's good sized. And on the far side, the east southeast side, is a well. And immediately next to it is another one of those weird little stone daises and a throne.
Castros will look in the well.
Okay. You go and, there's a door on the north side in the northwest corner and a door on the east side in the southeast corner. You're looking in the well. Do you want to, you have dark vision. You look down and you see something in the bottom. It's down a good, 25 feet or so.
Okay. Castros is gonna try and cast Vine Whip and see if he can't, like, pull it up. Because small creatures it has a range of 30 feet, and small creatures that are hit with it get pulled towards him. So he's gonna try to Vine Whip this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. 13. It's a cantrip, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say that that's not particularly successful. But you can make the attempt a couple times, and eventually you pull it out.
Well, what is it?
Anything you want to do? You've got it. You examine it, and it looks almost like a doll. The head, though, is messed up. It looks kind of like the drawing on the piece of parchment that Dane has, and the body looks oddly shaped, almost oversized, disproportional for a human.
The stone throne.
All right. As you put it on the throne, there is a bright flash of light, and this is the perfect point. We fade to white, and the episode ends. Until next week.
I mean, I think we definitely played to our namesake. There's a lot of nat ones this session.
Yeah.
So it was brilliant. I loved it. It's not so much about watching you suffer.
Well,
it's
just
watching us suffer.
It's the unpredictableness of everything that makes it fun.
Yeah. I like seeing how it's been 2 sessions, and in both sessions, Castros has almost died.
And then Ray just had to go over and smack him to get him, like, stable.
Well, Castros needs to learn a little caution.
What can I say? He's too cocky for his own good.
Well, see, he's either going to learn or he's going to die. One or another.
I think he's now realized, maybe I should be just a tad boring for a while until I get more health.
Okay. Not a terrible idea at all.
Probably not a terrible idea.
Experience is a good teacher.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.